Good morning, everybody. Welcome to today's Reading the Red. This fantastic morning. The sun's back. Summer really is going to come, and maybe it'll stay this time. So we have Mark chapter 3, and today we're reading verse 4. And he said to them, "Is it lawful to do good on the Sabbath or to do harm, to save a life or to kill?" But they kept silent. So the question, is it lawful to do good on the Sabbath? Is it lawful? And clearly the answer to the question is yes. Of course it's good to do healing, to do good things on the Sabbath. So the good thing that we're about to do supersedes the limitation line of the law that was set. So there are times when the law is set, but we need to break the law in order to do the better thing. Now, that needs to be managed because clearly there are guidelines in terms of the lines there, and it's not the common practice, but on occasions there is a place to break the law of the Sabbath in order to be able to do a better thing. So the need for the moment supersedes the law for the Sabbath, because the law for the Sabbath was for the purpose of enrichment. The purpose for the Sabbath was in order to be able to rest, to recover, to restore. And the nature of man wouldn't have naturally done that. And so the law of the Sabbath is set so that man would rest, which is important because man needed to rest. He needed to rest in his physical form, in his emotional form, in his spiritual form, in his soulish form. He needed to rest. Unless he rests, he won't recover. And if he doesn't recover, he gets sick. So the Sabbath law is there for the benefit of humanity, to bring health and well-being. But on occasions, the need to break the law is greater than the limitation of the line. And so God is trying to give a perspective and an understanding through Jesus to these guys who are just so fixed on not crossing the line. And legalism is not crossing the line. And we shouldn't cross the line in the normal context of life. But there are times, as far as the Sabbath law is concerned, when we are able to cross the line because the doing of the next thing, which in this case was making this man's hands work, was a better thing to do than keeping the line uncrossed. Now, that's really hard to live in that flexibility. And legalist people can't do that. They struggle. It says, is it right to save or to kill? And the answer to that is, of course, it's right to save. So don't be a legalist. Recognise that we always need to understand why God has made the law in the first place, so that we can benefit as far as the Sabbath was concerned. And every law has to be identified within the context of its uniqueness. And so we can't just say, oh, this is acceptable or this isn't. In the sense that we're talking about, say, murder, it's never right to murder. So there is a line, and that's another thing, but we need to manage it. But we need the flexibility to ask the question, what should we do in this situation? And that's when the Holy Spirit comes in and brings us revelation regarding what we need to be doing. But my time is gone. So God bless you. Have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow.